Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
What's up, DC fans? We're here for another update of DC Studios news and leaks. And you got to say again, appreciate all the recent support of the videos that we have been doing. And really, this is just the calm before the storm. But starting December 5th, you got Creature Commandos coming out. We're going to be doing watch parties over here, looking for different DC comics, Easter eggs, and this series is supposed to set up some spinoffs as well too. So what a lot of people are looking forward to this December, CCXP, David Corenswet Superman is tipping us off that likely there will be something there for DC Studios. So, but we don't gotta look too much in the future. Right now for DC Entertainment, we've been enjoying this Penguin series. We're getting closer to that finale this Sunday coming up, and gotta say it's really been an epic journey for this series. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I just knew Colin Farrell was going to bring it. He definitely did. And Christine Milioti, she has been amazing. Even the other actors in there, the Victor character and everyone, it's really been a perfect series. With this series being so successful, it's held the #1 streaming spot according to Samba TV. Shout out to my friends over there at Samba, for 7 weeks. There's been 7 episodes. So that's 7 for 7 weeks. We're going on 8. The finale, the ratings are going to go up for the finale. So I'm pretty sure this is going to go a perfect 8 for 8, a sweep of #1. We knew more series was coming. Matt Reeves said, they've been bouncing around different ideas. They don't want to try to just recreate the Penguin, because Penguin has his own story. This is power vacuum in Gotham after the Batman film and this crime saga. So, where does, the Penguin story fit? So they did that perfectly. He's going to be set up perfectly for the sequel film. But will they do another bridge series, after the Batman Part 2? Well, according to rumors out there, Reeves' Joker seems to be the next series they're going to start developing. Now, this is interesting because the Joker, we know he had the deleted scene in the first Batman. Probably didn't fit the entire story, but Reeves wanted you to know he had a Joker out there, right? Well, now we have a chance to kind of explore this character. Now, it's unclear and it's unconfirmed right now what's really going on with this, but we know for sure they're doing more series. People are saying the Joker, and possibly set up another bridge series. This will make sense. Like, you had the Batman film, you do the Penguin series to set up Part 2. Part 2 comes out, which should be October of 2026, and then you have this Joker series to bridge it to the Batman Part 3. I've been saying recently for DC fans, I know mostly I cover, film, entertainment, animation, things like that. And recently we touched on DC Comics a little bit, but also gaming is an avenue that I want to kind of introduce over here. We want to cover all DC stuff over here. And so recently, David Zaslav, head of Warner Bros. Discovery, spoke on the future of WB Games. And he really stressed the importance of, obviously using their big IPs, including DC Comics or Batman for gaming, confirming that there's early development of another Batman game. And I gotta say, just on my timeline, people were pretty excited about just the possibilities of another Batman game. We think Arkham automatically to get that team together. And so going forward, like I said, there's people that I collab with. They get gaming information. We'll kind of bring that stuff over here as well. Now, as we really get excited for the future of DC, outside of my Superman coverage on this channel, another popular topic, it seems, just according to the analytics, is this Lantern series. Lantern starring Aaron Pierre, Kyle Chandler, etc. It's been a nice, healthy buzz of live-action Lanterns, and Nathan Fillion should pop up somewhere in this series as well too. the tone of this series, just I've been trying to come to grips with the tone of it, that it's a Lanterns show, but it's gonna be more Earth-based. So you may not see Oa, you may not see a lot of the galaxies out there, which is fine, because then it's tying into the big bad potentially of the early chapters of the DCU. We did that recent video about the center. A lot of people are talking about it, and so we'll see if that comes to fruition as this Earth-based terror. It would make total sense, and again, they could tie together all these projects. But just like I said, as far as the popularity of Lanterns, it's really cool to see. We knew when they cast Kyle Chandler, because they were going after kind of bigger names at first. Once they cast Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, it became clear that they're really going to put a lot into the Jon Stewart casting, and that's going to be really the star that's going to carry this series. And Aaron Pierre seems to be that guy. Everyone keeps talking about Rebel Ridge. His star has arisen, and I'm just really excited again as he's getting ready for this role. It's going into production beginning of 2025 in Atlanta. I may get out there and try to get some behind the scenes stuff as well too. There's just a really healthy buzz of the Lantern brand. We've seen the earlier iterations and just how things went off the rails. This is the Lantern brand's in a good place, and I'm really excited, as I said, for Aaron Pierre's star to rise. And I really hope with this series that it sets him up for a film. I think he should headline a film if this series goes over pretty well. Now, as we've been going through the coverage of the behind the scenes of Superman and everything, like this past summer, we was looking at the on-set pictures, and it was a really exciting time for this film. And we learned about Ultraman and even Metamorpho. We kind of found out some things about that. But one character that's been so obscure is Mr. Lex Luthor, Nicolas Hoult. When this film was first, officially greenlit and put out there by James Gunn, and the casting started coming in, my interest peaked when they got Nicolas Hoult. I was like, you have a great actor, great performer. I think he's going to steal every scene that he's in. And the fact that this film was catching my interest off of the Justice League International people and and things like that, and not even seeing anything about Lex Luthor, I'm like, man, like this film may really be pretty good, because we haven't even seen what Nicolas Hoult's going to do. The influences that Nicolas Hoult mentioned for his Lex Luthor, I find very interesting.
And last thing on that, was there a comic you kept coming back to? There's so many to pick and choose from.
So many, and James has already spoken about quite a few that influence obviously the overall film and All-Star Superman. And there's little things that you draw from each, Birthright and all those comics. But the one that I really rung was Luthor Man of Steel. There was a lot in that I kind of just resonated with me.
Now, if you're not familiar with the Lex Luthor Man of Steel run, it was a limited series run, and it really dove into the psychosis of Lex Luthor. Like, you always hear that saying, like the villain always feels like they're the good guy, like they're justified in their thoughts. Well, this series really puts you in the shoes of Lex Luthor, and as he rationalizes why he has to save the world from this, this alien, from Krypton, right? And so very interesting just that Nicolas Hoult put that out there, that this is kind of, just influencing the Lex Luthor performance that he's going to give us. And I was already looking forward to his portrayal of this, but this is going to be pretty cool. And so, yes, we're talking about looking forward to this December. Not only do we have the Creature Commandos So in a month here, Creature Commandos is going to premiere on Max. Again, watch parties, breakdowns. But then also that same weekend of Creature Commandos is CCXP 2024. This is Brazilian Comic-Con. Warner Brothers and DC, always shows out. And really the cool thing, and I'm really going to cover this for this channel this year, they have panels of the DC Comics creators, and they talk about, the future storylines. Now, I know a couple, this past couple of years, DC comic books hasn't been in the best place, right? So these panels probably, fell on deaf ears. But now with the new Absolute universe that's out there, and the restructuring of the DC Comics Justice League Unlimited All In, these going to be some really cool panels at CCXP this year. So I'm going to have my ears perked, and we're going to definitely be covering CCXP. We're going to do watch parties and everything for this event. Really looking forward to that overall. Again, so this is going to be December's going to be nuts. I mean, like I said, Creature Commandos, CCXP. We don't want to speculate too hard, but Superman himself, Corenswet, said, "Hey, we're doing something. This December, we're expecting something at CCXP." And, of course, we had his clip when he said that.
Evan, what are we gonna do for this press tour?
I think you are Superman. You are representing a brand. You are the lead of the film, so obviously you got to treat you like a leading man.
Yeah, some things maybe as soon as
some
the
things
winter,
might be happening
yeah.
exactly in December.
Although, if we're in the southern hemisphere,
true. When you flip it, yeah. Actually, that's a good point.
So,
and then James Gunn himself, he's been teasing that he's been working on a trailer, or at least a teaser, or at least a first official look of his Superman film.
Is there any footage on you? Do you have the trailer on you? Do you have is there a trailer yet?
No, see, now you're teasing them. I don't have a trailer, guys. Don't. It won't be too long before we see a trailer, but it's also not going to be too soon.